This episode of Feedback TV comes to you from Chiringa Station in the Western Division of New South Wales. Organic lamb producer Gary Hannigan grew up here. It was an isolated childhood, with schooling over the radio and rare trips to town. But these days, broadband, a sealed highway, mains electricity and the mobile phone have brought the world closer. A couple of years ago, Gary had the chance to see the world firsthand when MLA sponsored him to do a Nuffield scholarship. It's an experience that's having a lasting impact.
One of the greatest life experiences for me as an individual, but a huge benefit to my industry, and largely I felt probably an even bigger benefit to the Western Division and the organic lamb industry out here. The first 6 weeks, what they call Global Focus Program, where there's a group of 12 of you go, but 5 of us travelled as a separate group, and we went to New Zealand, China, the US, Canada, France, Ireland, England, Wales. Trace was able to meet me when I finished my first 6 weeks of Global Focus, the compulsory section you do on your own, and I think it was probably one of the vital parts that a partner does meet somewhere overseas, because they can share your motivation and enthusiasm, so when you return home to your business, that you're both returning home motivated at the same level. I first went into organics and first took over the family property was back in 2000. Sort of brought mum and dad out and moved in with a few new ideas, organics being one of them, and that coincided with 2000, the last time we had a decent rain, and here we are 8 years later and we still haven't had a decent rain. And had it not been for going into organics, I think I would have really struggled. But in fact, organics made me remain profitable through the last sort of 4 or 5 years. This is one of the few regions I found in the world where we can produce organically without taking a loss in production. We have worked on fertility, but I think basically it's the African breeds, their good mothering ability. Not only do they have lambs, but they're rare lambs.
So in the breeding process, I've got quite a cocktail of different breeds, from started with Merinos and Damaras and some Wiltshires. Dorper Cross ewe here, she's about a 5th cross Dorper, is where I'm aiming to be. It's sort of a nice slick body, so we're doing away with the crutching, shearing, mulesing. That part of it's all gone. High fertility, terrific conformation, and great weight gain. And we sort of end up with just a really nice type of ewe, and ideally suited for this country we've got out here.
Lamb percentages 2 years ago was 120%, last year was 125%, and I think quite realistically this year we can do probably somewhere between 130 and 150%, and that's basically out of all Dorper Cross ewes, Dorper Cross Damara and Dorper Cross Merino ewes. All domestic market at the moment for my lambs, all going to cleavers in Sydney. When I started with that, we were doing like tray top loads of about 80, and these days we do semi-trailer loads of sort of 450 to 500, and probably a third of Australia's organic lamb is coming out of the Western Division of New South Wales. In my travels, I went to the MLA office in Tokyo and also the office in Washington, and I was amazed at the work they do over there in promoting and marketing our produce to the rest of the world. Most of us here, including myself, didn't know how much MLA do overseas, and it makes you realise that your levies are actually doing a lot more than we think they are. And I come home really impressed, actually, surprisingly impressed on what was happening overseas. I'd learnt a lot while I was away, and then you came home and spread that knowledge to your region and to the wider community, to those who want to know. It's not for everyone, but for those who want to know, your experience is there to be shared. And a lot of developments have come since I've returned in the potential of export markets. I think we're probably quite close to exporting some reasonable volumes out of this region. I'm passionate about the industry, I'm passionate about the environment, and organics is, for me out here, is a profitable industry, yet I can do what I want to do, so it's ideal for me. It's profitable, and it's something I love doing.